Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Command Center, where we like to put our favorite commander, maybe even yours, front and center. And you know we can't do that unless we play those three magical letters, EDH. What does it stand for today, Hadou-ken?
You guys should know what it stands for by now, but just in case, I'm going to go ahead and enlighten you. It stands for Educating Delinquent Hooligans. That's right. School is this session with Strixhaven, baby, coming around the corner. And we talking about those schools of magic. And one of my favorites is, I can't say on camera. But yeah, well, that's what we talked about. But before we go down that line, we got to give a shout out to our new patron.
That's right. Every episode, we always want to welcome someone to the Mana Squad who has decided to become a patron of ours. And today, we are welcoming Eric Lacey.
Thank you, Eric, for believing in what we do and giving to the cause. And because you believe in what we do, you know we got to shout out your favorite commander.
So Eric's favorite commander is Kaikar, Wings of Fury, a.k.a. Nick Fury.
You know what? Kaikar fits excellently in this new set. You know what? It's kind of like it was magic how this came to be. Because Kaikar says, whenever you cast non-creature spells, you create 1/1 spirits. You know what also is a sub-theme in this group? Spirits. That's right. Spirits everywhere. Magic everywhere.
Yeah. And of course, you can sacrifice those spirits and add red mana to your mana pool.
By the way, this commander is just Guy in 1.
Yeah. So I'm actually curious how Kaikar would stack up in this set, and I think that's something we can evaluate in another video.
Judging by one of the schools I've seen, Kaikar will be doing quite well on his own. But let's go ahead and kick into the new topic. That's right, Strixhaven is in here. That's right, Hogwarts' cousin is in play, and we have the schools, we have the abilities out there, and we're gonna tell you guys how we feel about this set.
That's right. So as we venture into the School of Hard Knocks, I gotta say we can give an overall impression about it real quick.
This set is trash. This set is garbage. I'm sorry. I saw a handful of cards in it. Look, I'm coming from a commander perspective, by the way. You know, everything I say is in the realm of commander. And by the way, I would buy this entire set as some of the best toilet paper to wipe my behind with.
Anyway, so I think that Strixhaven actually is pretty decent. We're just going to differ on this.
And we know, we've been doing this for a while. Y'all know how wrong said is, but I'm going to let him speak his piece.
Anyway, I think Strixhaven, it actually surprised me because I wasn't expecting much from this. And I feel like there's a good balance in between all of the schools. And I think we should probably just go ahead and jump into how we feel about these schools.
I wanted all Planeswalkers to be professors. I wanted all the Planeswalkers to be professors.
We only get 3 Planeswalkers every set, so that wasn't going to work.
But anyway, as we stand out about this, let's go ahead. How you want to cook this chicken?
So I think we should go ahead and venture into the schools because I think that's the most appealing thing about the set.
Now, there's only 2 schools that I actually like from this set.
Which are those?
2 out of 3 is not. First is Prismari.
Prismari is the
it colors.
Okay.
I love it because of what it represents. I love the interactions between some of the cards, like the Magecraft with Prismari is actually some of the strongest I've seen.
Okay.
So if I was to create a group, it would be Prismari, and the other one would have to be Witherbloom because of the pests in black and green are amazing. Especially, and the Elder Dragon that leads the class is, of course, the best.
Okay, I'll let you. Those are your opinions. I'll let you have that. I would definitely say I am leaning towards Silver Quill. I like the balance of what a lot of those cards are doing, especially those white cards. I like what some of the interactions that these spells are giving off. Basically saying that, you know, we'll talk about specifically what these mechanics do.
Silver Quill is trash.
But Silver, I don't.
They lose the Quidditch game every year.
There's no Quidditch.
They the ones who get picked on. They come last.
They're actually the bullies in the story. It's almost like you didn't read the stories.
I didn't read the stories. Oh, and all of them look dusty and busty and look like they use their wands to scratch their butts. I remember this school.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But my second favorite school is surprisingly Lorehold, which would traditionally be Boros. Artifacts is getting a come up with Lorehold. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. Lorehold has some strong things going on.
Lorehold is the Ravenclaw of this set.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
You don't have to know what that means.
All right, you keep that Harry Potter franchise over there somewhere, way over there. off the screen. All right, but anyway, so you got a taste of our favorite schools from this set. I guess that Quandrix is just sitting over there because I don't feel like doing math.
I don't.
Yeah, me
Y'all
neither.
put counters on useless bodies to do useless things. You know what would have helped out Quandrix? They would have instigated a little trample. But you know what? They ain't doing that. They are doing a lot of draw spells. They are doing a lot of ramp. And it does look amazing. And in a later video, I would actually like to point out some of the best ramp cards that I've seen in a while.
Okay.
But as far as I'm concerned, you know, they the kid eating lunch by themselves and they eating meatloaf.
Oh, that's sad.
But
you did bring up Magecraft, so let's talk about some new keyword abilities.
Magecraft
is one of them. Do you know it off the top of your head?
Magecraft says that whenever you cast a spell or copy a spell, you do some sort of interactions. So one of the notable ones comes from the Liliana, the new Liliana, which is actually a professor, which actually looks baller because this Liliana has Magecraft in her static text, and her Magecraft is like whenever you cast a spell, you get to dome for 2 and gain 2 life.
Probably something like that.
But Magecraft is an effect that it carries at the casting of a spell, which is very powerful. Yeah. And now things we've seen triggers
and also copying them.
We've seen mostly counter manipulations and of course life manipulation with most of these spells. So it's very interesting. I would see it in stuff like spell slinger decks like Riku, but I'm not a big Magecraft person.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see where it fits in with a lot of decks that I play naturally. I think I lean towards black and blue, so I'll see how Magecraft fits in with that.
Again, I'll use it for I'll use it with 1,000-Year Storm. I'll use it for Double Vision. I'll use it for stuff of that nature where I can actually benefit from the Magecraft.
So now I think we can move into the next keyword ability, which is Learn. So Learn is a new mechanic that basically it seems kind of interesting. Basically, it says that you can discard a card to draw a card.
Well, that's in Commander. That's because this is weak sauce in Commander, which is why I stopped paying attention to it. If I was playing other formats, this might actually be the truth. Because what it does is when you play a card that has Learn.
Yeah.
Or it activates a Learn ability.
Yeah.
You get a sideboard with a multitude of cards that have lesson in it.
Yeah.
That's very situational. That can be like, okay, in this instance, let me go do this. Let me go grab this on my sideboard for this occasion. That's dope. That's fly. I would love to have that.
So you want a sideboard in Commander?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Because right now, this is pillow soft right here. This is baby kneecap soft. We can't do nothing with this, so I don't even want to use this card. But it sounds great in lesser formats.
You know what? Let's just go ahead and jump to the next thing.
Okay.
So the last mechanic that we want to talk about, I don't know if this is in the actuals set or if it may be in the Commander set associated with Strixhaven, but Ward is around. It could be in the actual Strixhaven set.
That's right. It's called Wardy. It comes from Louisiana and it is from the 99 and the 2000.
Not that one.
Okay.
Not that one.
Ward.
Not the fourth Ward. No,
okay. Sorry.
So Ward basically says that whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays whatever costs.
Not actually like this ability.
Yeah.
It's a little too blue for me. It's a little too,
countery.
No funny.
Yeah.
Stop what you're doing. Do you have my permission?
Nah. I mean, it's basically like the extra tax that you see on a lot of blue cards. Anyways, like to target this, you have to pay an extra 2 or an extra 1 or something like that. It's kind of boring to me.
Propaganda.
Yeah, propaganda effects.
To do something, I gotta pay.
It's a little taxing in essence. I get you. So those are the mechanics. Did you know that there is also mascots for each school?
No.
You didn't know that, did you?
I thought the Elder Dragons were the mascots.
No, the Elder Dragons established the schools. We'll get to the Elder Dragons in a second.
Most of them are weak.
Or in another video. But each school actually has their own mascot, which are the tokens that are produced.
Okay.
So we kind of talked about one a little bit with the Quandrix. We have fractals. Yeah. So you create a token and you put counters on it. So
that's from the blue-green school, right?
That is correct.
Okay. What's from my school? Prismari.
Prismari is the blue and red. So that means that we have
elementals.
Actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Elementals.
I know my school.
Elementals with flying. From Silver Quill, we have Inklings, which is a new token type. There are 2/1 creatures with flying.
From Blue, what's Bloom?
Witherbloom.
Witherbloom. We got pests, baby.
Pests.
That's right. We got rats and roaches up in here. The Orchid Man, come see us.
Yeah. So when those pest tokens die, you get to gain 1 life. And the last one we're going to talk about is Lorehold. They deal a lot with spirits. Yeah. So a lot of those spirits coming in doing some dirty work.
Yeah, y'all can go ahead. Go and get your spirits. That's what Ghostbusters are made for. You know who's coming for us? The pest. You ain't got nothing but sticky fly paper, maybe some raid, and that ain't enough to handle what we bringing.
Yeah, that's dirty. That's real dirty. One thing came back in the set that we haven't touched on yet.
Which is?
Modal double face cards. I am always on the fence about these cards because you know how I feel about reading, right?
Yeah, which I gotta explain. There's a lot of reading on some of these cards. Like one card in particular, I forgot the name of it. I got halfway through and I took 2 naps. Look here, just the card needs to beat you up and keep moving. And you want me to tell you the biggest problem with some of these modal cards?
What's that?
They all don't fit into the same deck. Like they are contrastly different. Like there's a Luca modal card with a planeswalker, and the other side, the card does something
with creatures, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. So I'm not big on a lot of the modal double face cards, and I'm not even entirely sure how many of them I want to play. But a lot of the professors or the deans, I think, are actually they may be I forget exactly, but a lot of the teachers you'll see for a lot of these colleges, they are the modal double face cards. So it'll be blue on one side will be a professor, and the other side might be green professor.
For some of these professors, Strixhaven like a community college.
We don't judge community colleges harshly, but I will say that overall, like we gave our quick assessments about the set earlier. Overall, I'm pleased, and in the future video, we're going to get into some of those cards that really stand out to us. He, on the other hand,
I did not care. I did not give 1 beep, 2 beeps, or a beep. All I know is there's some new Japanese art coming out, and it looks fire.
Yeah,
it looks fire. Oh, this might be the whole reason I get the set, because of the Japanese art in the Japanese packs, of course.
Yeah. So find those how you can, when you can, and if you can. So
that comes from Hadou-ken.
So I think that I'll just talk real quickly about the lore, the story. So far, I'm not really impressed too much.
Some punk kids go to a school. They got some hijinks at chicanery. Imagine Scooby-Doo goes to class.
Yeah. So there's some wonky stuff going down on this magical plane. There's some people who like to use some magic in their own specific ways that the schools don't really tolerate. So it's a clash of culture, and I'm not entirely sure what these people are trying to do, what their ultimate goal or plan is. I'll keep reading the stories or hearing the stories and see how it goes. But we're in our next video, we'll talk specifically about some cards that were some real standouts. So I think you guys should look forward to that.
And then we're gonna talk about some trash too. I want you guys to get your buckets ready and your lighters. And when you get these, you just need to dump them in the trash can to help you start your barbecues.
And of course, we're going to talk about that art.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta talk about that art.
There's some bangers out there.
Yeah. So we always want to commend the artists who put their foot into the work on these sets.
Like literally, as they got done sketching, they took their sock off and just started stepping on it.
Yeah. That's called an artist signature. So please check out all those future videos. And I think that's pretty much all we have to say about Strixhaven in this video. Please, if there are some cards that you want to get from this set, or if you want to go ahead and pre-order a box or pre-order cards, what should they do, Hadou-ken?
They need to check that affiliate link at the bottom of TCG. That's right, TCG to help you. First of all, you helping yourself out, and you helping out your local LGS as well. So you know what? Get your cards ready, get your battle and your armaments ready, so that when you meet out there on that field of battle, you will win.
That's right. And also, we always want to throw it out there. If you want to pick up one of those fancy If I Have One More Mana t-shirts that we sell on our Teespring store, you can find the link in the description below. And also, before we get out of here, if there's anything that you like about Strixhaven so far, let us know in the description below. Is it too close to Harry Potter? Is it not close enough to Harry Potter?
Is it too much trash in there? Is there not enough trash in there?
I don't know. You tell us, and we'll get back to you in those comments, maybe. But until next time, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure you join us back on the next Command Center as we talk about more Strixhaven. But until then,
peace.
I thought you were going to do like Explosioso or something.
No. This set is too garbage for all that. I ain't wasting my time.
Okay. Avocado.
It's Leviosa.